everybody. I'm Jennifer Way, intuitive consultant, and here today, ta-da! I have my friend Tara Carr, and she's going to introduce herself and what she does, and we've got an awesome video for you guys today.
Yes, I'm so excited to be here, Jen. Thanks. So I'm Tara Carr. I'm an intuitive. I'm a realm intuitive. I go to many realms. I am a healer. I'm a audiologist, which is a communication and hearing science. So I teach people how to connect with their spirit and listen on a very deep level. We can actually hear the unheard at times. So today I'm here with Jen, literally here with Jen.
Yes. We're not doing a split screen. This is for reals.
So you're hearing us for real. And we're here to talk today about spiritual friendships for Valentine's Day.
Yeah. I mean, it's so easy to get swept up in the BS of the consumer holiday, but I think, we wanted to do this video together because we're both practitioners. Tara's been a practitioner professionally for longer than I have, and she's amazing, and I really wanted to bring her energy into this video series because it's time for her, and it's also her healing energy is just truly amazing, and we were talking a lot about what the hell we would talk about because we weren't sure. There were so many topics that we want to discuss, but we decided on spiritual friendships because, finding your tribe is challenging, especially when you're in the beginning of your awakening, and a lot of pieces of you are falling away, and you're beginning to enter into different spheres and different interests, and a lot of the people from your life before are probably going to fall away, or think you're crazy, or but whatever.
Yeah, we're going through a very big portal at this point. Really, we're going through human metamorphosis, and at times it can be lonely. It can feel weird in your body. We're really going. Our body's literally changing. The DNA in our body is changing. At times it can feel like symptoms, like weird symptoms, like what's happening to me? I don't know what to do or how to get about this. Am I crazy? Who do I talk to about this kind of thing? It can be very isolating. So, I'm so thrilled to be able to touch like your friends, finding good spiritual touching.
In real life, not in a Zoom video.
Yeah. So that's why we thought it was so important to be here today in the physical, to actually be with one another, because the human touch is very important. Yeah. Being connected is very important. And it is important to do this kind of thing as well on video, reaching out, because we can't always be together. But in my experience, it's great to have one or two people that you can consider close friends, that you can talk about this kind of stuff, rather than having, 10,000 people, 30,000 people as an influencer on Instagram. It's awesome too. But, on your day-to-day, like what's going to help you? It's going to be having real human-to-human conversations. Yeah.
I mean, we talk about grounding a lot, and I feel like being with other people who are just kind of in the same space as you, doing their different things, but, just at least we are all working on ourselves. We're all trying to heal from things. We're all trying to find new and different ways of existing in the world in a way that's more expansive than it was before for us. A lot of that takes a lot of internal conversations. And as we talk about connecting with the other realms and even channeling, perhaps, when you've got friends who can confirm stuff, that's really important. Friends who are on this path as well. And I guess I'll talk a little bit about how we met. We met through a friend, Shimona, who one day she's going to be on here too, whether she likes it or not. Yes. We're talking to you, Shimona. Anyway, she's a brilliant artist, and the first time I met Tara, we actually we started something called Mystic Mondays, and it was on the 11/11 portal of last year, and we decided to go on a hike in the woods, and we went to a place called Pyramid Rock, and I'm going to show pictures. If I can figure out how to edit it, I should be able to.
Awesome.
We'll figure it out.
That's an awesome place. Yes. Yeah.
And it's an amazing place. And we all three of us just had really amazing experiences. And then afterwards we were just in another random portal with, we just had such a great time. And for us, it was a grounding experience for me. Grounding is something that they talk a lot about in the spiritual world. A lot of times you want to imagine roots kind of shooting down through your feet to kind of connect with the earth, walking with bare feet in nature. But I'm realizing right now in this moment that grounding for me is being with a friend and actually being with someone else who you can truly be your authentic self. And I guess I just also want to say that it takes time. There was a lot of time between when I started my spiritual awakening and when I started finding that group. It was all about being more authentic to myself and recognizing the kind of friend I wanted to be, and then the friends that I realized I needed, or
it's
because I did want to hide under a rock
for sure. Because it can be awkward and weird, and are people going to judge me? And
and they do,
because you have experiences. It's okay. And for me, grounding is simply there's a lot of stuff about grounding and spiritual hoopla and talk and blah 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 namaste, right? Like it's very very uptight. Grounding is just being in your body. What brings you back to your essence of who you are? What does it mean to be in your body? What makes you feel good? Start connecting with your spirit. When you connect with your spirit, you automatically become embodied. You become grounded. So it's going to be different for everybody.
Breathe that in.
Yeah.
It's so true.
Yeah. So,
I also want to ask you a question. Surprise!
Okay. Yes.
I want you to talk a little bit about the teaching that you do twice a week. She's a Kundalini yoga teacher, and that scares the crap out of me. And I've been resistant because I don't like being in a classroom, but I think I'm getting over it. But if she's gonna be my teacher, so I want you to tell me how that started for you, if you're comfortable.
The personal story is a little bit long. I don't know if we have time to do that today, but I was, like many of you, feeling very ungrounded, out of my body, having literally seizures and a near-death experience that brought me to it, brought me to my knees. And the one thing I found, Kundalini yoga was the thing that grounded me. Right? It'll be different for everybody, but it was the one thing that grounded me. And Kundalini yoga is considered what we call the yoga of awareness. And it works with the energy in your body.
That's the sound.
The sound of God calling.
Sorry, God's calling. Did you know that if you expand and you really reach that level, God's just going to call you on your phone.
Raise your Kundalini enough, right?
Only if you do it the right way, the way we're telling you.
That's right. Yeah. So, playfulness, right? Never take it anybody that knows the way or the exact way. Bullshit.
God.
Don't listen to him,
don't
right?
Listen to that shit.
Listen to your body. Listen to what's inside.
No, listen to us.
Listen to us now, but...
I know, and I'm just I think one of the things that kind of scared me about Kundalini is that I was just super scared of yoga, even though it's totally something I should be doing. And I was even telling her, you have to be honest with your friends, even if they're the experts of this stuff, I'm that scares the crap out of me, being in a room with other people in tight clothes and but she's been telling me that's not.
The funny thing is, it's Kundalini yoga is not the sexy yoga. It's just not.
That's what sold me. So that's why I'm going to be there.
But it can be, because owning your energy and owning your own energetic field is very sexy.
Yeah.
But
we're going to do another video on
but you wear, we should do a whole video on yoga stuff. But what you wear is not the tight, spandex, looking good. And it's done with the eyes closed, which is amazing. And it's working with your own energetic field.
Even better.
Yeah. But loose, flowy clothes is it's not,
I'm super excited. And it's about breath.
It's really a lot of breath work for sure. It's a lot of things. It works. Yeah. It works. We have in Kundalini yoga we have 10 bodies. So it's bad enough you have to deal with one. God. We're actually working 10.
That's like,
but you've got energetic bodies. You've got an auric field. You've got your breath. Yep, your pranic body. We've got 3 minds. Yeah. Positive, negative, and neutral mind.
So you have all these extra bodies.
All these extra bodies, but they all get put down in one workout, which is great. That's why you feel so high at the end of it.
That's what we're looking for here. I definitely, I think I'm readying myself to, I think that's another thing. It's like, I would never consider that unless I fell in love with the person who's like doing it, And I think when you meet friends who are having similar interests, they can introduce you stuff that you might be uncomfortable with. And, especially on the spiritual tip, there's so many things that are unexplored and a little weird and kind of scary. And I think that just having friends to kind of do that with is, and just even explore new stuff is, even try out the stuff that you learn on each other. We do that too. Sometimes, the last time Tara came over, she had a bong. I'm not saying that right. What is it?
A gong!
A gong! A bong! We're gonna edit that out. I do not endorse drugs. Oh my God. What's a Freudian slip? I'm leaving that in.
It's so funny, right? Exactly.
Last time Tara came over, she brought a bong. That's the kind of friend you want. No, I'm just kidding. No. A gong. I have kids. No. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Mary.
In a former life, yes. Yes.
Oh, ISIS. Yeah, no. Okay. So she brought over a gong, and we did sound healing, for fun. This is what we do for fun. We had cookies. Yeah. Although I ate most of them. And then what else? And she did tarot readings. I mean, this is again
astrology. We work at the chart a lot.
We just worked on the chart as well.
Again, is it elevating you or is it not? Anything you want to do, is this something that's elevating me or is it depleting me? That's kind of it's kind of easy. It's not hard to figure this stuff out, but we make it complicated by living in the mind. So it's once you get into the body, it's quite simple and it's quite profound. And does this feel good? Does it not feel good? And we're so used to being numbed out. So when you're looking for any kind of spiritual teaching or friend or, how does it make you feel? Yeah. That's it. Forget about what people say because they talk a lot of hogwash, joggish. But how does it make you feel? What is your experience of it? I always tell my classes whenever I do anything, don't believe me. Don't believe anything I say. What is your experience? If it makes you feel good, then great. Maybe it's a good practice. If it doesn't, maybe it's not the practice for you. But
that's hold on, I need to
well, think about something that you love.
Yeah, we focus. We give so much energy to stuff that we don't like.
I love my little puppy. I love having a good cup of coffee in the morning. I love warm baths at night.
And I love hanging with my friends and making YouTube videos.
Yes, I love that I get to be here with Jen. And, having a girl's day. And
having a girl's day.
Having a girl's day. It's just so heartwarming.
I know.
Right? I know, I love it. Right? I love you too.
I love you.
Right? I love you.
I was say it back.
I mean,
I mean, we also wanted to do this because of Valentine's Day. Mm-hmm. I mean, I think it's also a message for everybody out there, love, we tend to define it in such a narrow way. And love is everything. It's everywhere. You should know that by now. And you got to celebrate it everywhere that it comes up for you in your life, everywhere that you've kind of brought it in. And friendship is just a huge way to do that.
But just notice the vibration in your body as you think about it, right? As you think about friends that you love, as you think about things that make you feel good, things that make you feel embodied. It changes the vibration. Yes. And then you're actually, when you talk about these things, it changes your auric field. It changes the way you're vibrating in the world, the way you're moving through the world. And people notice that. And
it changes your magnetization. And you're gonna attract, I know there's a lot about law of attraction that I'm sure everyone's heard, but you're gonna attract a similar, because like attracts like, and you're gonna attract that similar feeling of love, and then before you know it, you're gonna be surrounded by people who get you, And you know what? You don't need like 500. You know, you need one or two. And friendship is important, and we're so disconnected in this world. Everything is so. We were just talking. It was recording, so we didn't realize it. But we were just talking about like phone calls, and Tara called me on the phone like in the beginning of our friendship, and I was like,
weirdo. Like, the person stalking me.
She needs to text me and find out that it's okay to call me first. You know, like I was like, and then I was like, but like only like 15 years ago were we okay with like just calling somebody, and we gotta get back to that. So it's like I was uncomfortable with it, but I was very aware of my own discomfort, and I was like, but here I am complaining that I have no friends and like nobody likes me anymore because I'm all weird and do this channeling stuff, and here's a friend who's calling me, and like voice and sound and vibration is everything, and I know this, but I was like, I need to like break fucking through this stupid like lazy. So it was a push, and I'm so happy that I pushed myself because
without judgment, that's which brings us back to the point I think we were talking in the beginning is that it really this path takes courage. Courage, right? Courage comes from my teacher always says from the French word cour, right? Coming from the heart. Coming from the heart.
It really does.
And it's when the suffering happens is when you're kind of standing on the end of the diving board and you feel like calling somebody and you don't because you're too scared or you're going to be judged or it's going to be weird.
That's so true.
But when you actually make that call, when you jump off the diving board, like you were saying, good point, life will attract, like your tribe will show up, your people will show up. They really
do.
Yeah,
I'm all tingly.
It's getting out of the comfort zone. Yay, we love to be tingly on Valentine's Day.
I know. But actually, so we're going to be, this video is going to be posted on Mercury. Well, Mercury's going to fall into retrograde.
Oh boy.
So let's just throw that in there as well. We get a couple more minutes.
We hope it shows up. Yes.
Oh no, we're really long. It's already been 21 minutes.
Okay.
That's okay. We can wrap this up. Anyway. So Tara Carr, if you're in Jersey City or anywhere in Jersey or New York City, you can find her. I'm going to post the information as well. She's an amazing woman, and she's my friend. I'm happy to call her my friend. And thank you for showing up on my channel.
Yes.
That's slowly being built.
Yes.
But, yes. And her channel is coming soon. Please look out for it. She gives amazing workshops. She does amazing healing work. She is a life changer. I strongly encourage anyone watching this to work with her. If you're local, even if you're not. Do you do phone stuff? Phone stuff. Oh my God. Anyway. Well, thank you for joining us, and we hope you have had a great Valentine's Day, and we also hope that Mercury in retrograde is going to give you some time to
slow down and reflect. And spend time. This Mercury retrograde in particular, I know this is going long, is not so much about the communication failures of the computer breakdowns, but it really is about communication and connecting with your highest spiritual self. It's Mercury and retrograding through the sign of Pisces, so it's slowing down, taking time to the things that matter. Spend time doing that.